Hello and welcome to my first Blur Pop. I am going to be doing hopefully a series of these that dives into craft beer. And if you are interested in craft beer, if you have a desire to get into craft beer but don't really know where to start, hopefully I can help you kind of get into it, learn a couple things along the way, and we'll be trying some beers. If you're wondering about the beer in front of me right now, I will be trying a different beer each episode that I do. The beer that I have right in front of me right now is called an Imperial Stout, and it's by Thin Man's Peanut Butter Jenkins. Thin Man is a brewery out of Buffalo, New York, and they make some phenomenal beers in a lot of different categories. The head brewer there knows what he's doing. Not a sponsor, just I'm a fan. It's made, as you guessed from the name, with peanut butter. So please join me on this series of how to take the douche out of craft beer. And we're gonna go step by step of how to do that. Step 1. It's a tough one, hardest step you're gonna have to make by far. It is learn to not care about what someone else 3 seats down at the bar thinks about what you order. We've all been at that bar with the guy with the handlebar mustache is making fun of someone 3 seats down for, I remember when I used to drink that beer. I remember when I thought that was good. That guy is not into craft beer. That guy is into that guy. We've all been in that situation where we've dealt with that guy and nobody likes him. But you're gonna face that guy in any category of life that you step into, whether it's fashion or makeup or cars or beer. That guy is always there, and he's always willing to tell you you're wrong and give you his opinion. You have to stop caring about what that guy thinks. That's step 1. That's the hardest one you're ever gonna have to take. Step 2, you gotta find what you like. If you like beers that aren't super floral or piney or chocolatey or coffee or fruity, start with that. That's okay. If you absolutely enjoy the taste of Pabst Blue Ribbon, go for it. That is your beer and that's okay. But if you want to try and start new things, start in that category. Don't jump into something that you have no idea about. You see someone order and it's completely different than what you want. Try it maybe, but don't jump into that category just head first. Chances are you might pick up a beer that you don't like and you may attribute it to that category and never go back to it. I've done that before and I've missed out on a lot of really great beers. If you like dark beers, if you like things like Guinness, start with Guinness. Try something new the next time, which brings us to our third step. Get adventurous. That is the whole point of craft beer, is that there's thousands, tens of thousands of different beers out there for you to try. Start trying some. Don't try 10,000 in a weekend. Try something new the next time you go out. But stick with the kind of the categories that you've been liking. And eventually, you'll break into a new category. That's the thing. They're all kind of linked in a way. We'll go through that in a couple episodes from here. Baby steps at first. Don't think you're going to be Usain Bolt right out the gate. You're going to be wobbly. You're going to try new stuff, and that's okay. You're going to try some beers. This is a big one that you don't like. Plain and simple. There's plenty of beer out there that can be categorized as gross. So you're going to try some. Don't be afraid of that. You're gonna pick up a beer eventually that you're gonna love, and you're gonna keep going with that category, and you might go back to that beer several times. This beer I've had before, and I love it. Step 4, do your research. The market is constantly changing. In the late 70s, there was only a handful of breweries, maybe 20 breweries in the US. Now, there's 2,500. There's over 2,500, and it's growing every day. So the amount of craft beer that's being put out onto the market is so insane daily. It's crazy. There's no way you're gonna try it all. And it goes by region as well. So this beer, you may not be able to pick up in California or Ireland or Mexico or wherever you may be watching from. You may not be able to pick this stuff up. And chances are you probably won't be able to for a while. And by that time, the market will be completely changed. So enjoy the beer that's in your area. That's the whole point of craft beer, is that it's small batch, locally produced and distributed beer. Local craft beer is gonna be super limited. So I'm gonna be talking about a couple of beers and a couple of episodes that you may not be able to get in your area. That's okay. We're going to talk about the styles as well. So if there's something in that style that you want to pick up, do your research on it. Find out what it is. And that's going to be kind of one of the big steps, is that it's constantly changing. Look up what's in your area. Look up the new stuff that's coming out. There's plenty of people trying crazy, insane things. This is a peanut butter beer. Probably a lot of you didn't even know that they had peanut butter beer. It's fantastic, in my opinion. Or you might have a peanut allergy. Super sorry if you do, but it's really, really, really good. Step 5, always be willing to help someone else out. Because as I'm doing this, I've been helped out by hundreds of other people that have been in the market for much longer than me, or that have been more ambitious in the market than me. They may have only been trying craft beer or been into craft beer for 2 years, but they're so on fire for it that they've picked up so much information so quickly. Always be willing to absorb that stuff, but always be willing to form your own opinion, because that's all it is. It's an opinion, and that's okay to have your own opinions. So what might be my best friend's favorite beer, I absolutely hate it. And that's okay, but you gotta find what you like. And that's only gonna happen if you follow the steps of, you can't care about what other people think. You gotta find what you like. You gotta start with what you like and then try other things. It's just step 3. 4 is do your research. Find out what's coming out new. What's going to be distributed by certain people. What breweries are kind of coming up with stuff that you like that's coming out with something crazy that's in a couple of months, or they've partnered with other breweries. Do your research on that stuff. And 5 is always be willing to help others with what they don't know. If you see someone in an aisle just kind of looking a little bit panicked deer in the headlights, and you may have had one of the beers that they're looking at, tell them a little bit about it. Tell them what you think it tastes like. If you get something like wet shoelaces off of a beer, that's okay to use that. You're gonna hear people use certain buzzwords over and over and over and over again. They eventually start to lose their meaning. So if you kind of pick up certain notes that someone else may not, it's okay to say that. It's your opinion. It's what you've picked up off of it. And people want to hear that stuff. Take the douche out of craft beer. Don't be one of the people that's like, oh, well, you're trying that beer. I remember when I was first trying stuff. That person may be trying beer for 20 years and they just haven't had this one. So it's okay that you're trying new stuff. It's okay that you don't know what every beer on the shelf is. So please join me on further episodes with Take the Douche Out of Craft Beer. We're going to go on this journey together, and we're going to have a lot of fun, I promise you. Peace and have a good day.